Welcome to the Conscious Creative Podcast, your weekly dose of soul-to-soul conversation that will have you saying peace out to your 9 to 5 to explore in your sacred calling. The topics center around conscious business and interviews with the folks who started them. We'll be exploring the art of being human and what it takes to live your life fully expressed and financially free. I'm Christina Gomes, and I went from high-paying job as a psychotherapist to leaving it all behind for my desire to travel the world playing my original music, to becoming the CEO and Soulpreneur founder of freeyourcreativity.org, where I help visionary leaders create the businesses of their wildest dreams. If you have a sacred calling, stick around. My prayer is that you become the permission slip for the collective as you hear the soul-inspiring stories that call you forth into creative action. Let's get to the soul. Hello world. Welcome to this live transmission on a super incredible topic. We're going to be talking about pricing today. I know that my audience goes wild for the pricing transmissions because it is such a point of confusion for people out there, good-hearted, big-hearted, in integrity coaches, healers, and intuitives who want to create a life and a business where they are being valued, yes, but they are offering a lot of value as well. And so when you're in this space of you have these amazing gifts to share, you know you can help so many people, pricing becomes a very important topic. And so I want to share with you today on how my clients went from selling one-off sessions, barely selling $111 sessions. My client Jane went from selling a $44 membership to selling a 9K package. And my client Tiffany, who 6 times her price and sold her offer to alumni. We're going to share some stories today, my own pricing journey. But first, I want to check in with you. Why did you start your business? Did you start your business for the freedom of being able to choose your own hours, of being able to work from anywhere in the world, the freedom to be able to choose who you get to work with and how you want to feel in your business and not be bossed around by some crummy boss? Like, put freedom in the comments if you started your business because you are a person who values freedom. I know that freedom is my why, and I usually call in and resonate people who are also freedom loving and freedom seekers. And I'm talking freedom on the inside and freedom in their lives to be able to choose. So we're going to talk today about selling 4-figure offers in integrity, even if you're just getting started, or even if you only have ever sold smaller courses or workshops. And today is super important for you to stay all the way through and even take out your pens and treat this like a mini training, because my live transmissions often are. If you're new to my world, hi, I'm Christina Gomes, and I help transformational facilitators, coaches, mentors, healers, and guides create, launch, and sell an offer that they are truly proud of and fill this offer up with joy to work with clients who oftentimes pay a 4-figure price, pay thousands to co-create with you versus hundreds. And we do all this with ease, space, time freedom baked into the business, right? Because the importance of today's topic is you are gifted and you are wise and you are ready to bring your transformational gifts to more people, right? You know that you could help more people if you weren't the internet's best kept secret, just teaching a few people at a time, and you're not right now earning what you know that you're capable of earning. Now, I'm a 6-figure earner, but I do not do business in a way that leads to burnout. And I do not teach business in a way that leads to burnout. So being a 6-figure earner, some people back away and say, oh, well, that's just going to be so much work. That's just going to be so time consuming. And I want you to know that with the principles I'm going to teach you today, you can actually have more space and feel more fulfilled working with clients who are more committed. Right? But I'm actually going to teach you how to raise your price. So don't worry, stick with me. But I still want to talk about the importance of today's topic and why it might be important for you to be here with me today. So if the marketing to-dos are piling up, raise your hand if the marketing to-dos are piling up and you think that you need a small offer that leads to a mid-price offer that leads to a downsell to finally be able to sell the thing that you're actually really excited to serve to your people. The thing that you know is actually going to bring your clients the most transformation and bring your clients the best of you as well. You really want to be in your client's corner. You really want to be live for your clients. You really want to feel the aliveness that you get when you're coaching or guiding someone deeply. Raise your hand if that's you, because that was me for so long. And before I was selling four-figure offers, I was selling low-cost courses, but I was actually treating these low cost courses like they were four-figure offers. And this is where the burnout came from, because I was selling like a $300 course, but I was really coaching my people, and I came from the psychotherapy world, so I actually had a lot of skills in guiding people and holding space and coaching, but I wasn't charging what those skills were worth. And so I was diminishing my power, I was constricted in my energy, and overall, this wasn't good for anyone involved. So this was years ago. And when I sold my first, I think it was $1,400 package, this really elevated me because I not only saw that people happily paid that price, they happily got results from that higher price point, and they were more of a joy to work with. It was the clients that were, paying maybe $200, $300 to work with me that wanted all my attention, all my time, and they weren't actually getting the results because they weren't invested, they weren't committed, they were expecting a lot for a little, and those are just different kinds of clients. And there's nothing wrong with those people at that place in their lives. I was there once too, but when I bought a $100 bundle, I didn't expect it to change my life. I didn't even go through it. So I'm telling you now, if you didn't already know, that invested people and people invested in their own self-development, they actually invest in themselves continuously and all the time. So you don't need to convince them that your price point is worth it. They know that a $97 offer isn't going to be a life-changing offer. And you just get to raise your price and position yourself in integrity in front of those people. We're going to talk about that today. So if the marketing to-dos are piling up and you feel like you're on the content hamster wheel and you feel like you're doing a lot without the payoff, then stick with me here today because it might be time to raise your rates, right? So you might feel like you're the internet's best kept secret because you are out here creating content. You are out here speaking about your work. But today I'm going to share with you some mistakes that soul-led leaders make and and what you can do instead. But you also might be seeing my clients create five-figure launches and thought like, how? How are Christina's clients and how is Christina and people all over the web creating five-figure launches, even some people creating $100,000 launches? Like, how is this possible when maybe you feel like you're hustling for the $111 offer, for the $97 offer, for the $300 course, for the $44 membership? You're hustling for that. And so your mind is going, well, how is that possible? How can I really sell a four-figure offer if people are really having a lot of objections around a $100 course, right? And you might even have spent so much time preparing and filming and producing and creating this low cost offer. And so of course you're feeling burnt out. And of course you're like, I can't add another thing onto my plate. And of course you're like, I just want to focus on, selling this thing. But what do they say about crazy making? Crazy, the definition of crazy, and I forgot who said this quote originally, but the definition of crazy is continuing to do the same thing and expecting different results. So we're going to switch it up here today, and I just want you to be open and invite a sense of openness and understanding that you could charge $1,400, $3,000, $6,000, $9,000 like my client Jane charged for her first high paying client. And I'm going to teach you today. You don't have to charge this right now. You don't have to go to your website and change the number on your website right now. Just stick with me and be open to the idea that you could become one of those guides who is actually valued highly for the work that should be valued highly. If you're asking me, in my humble opinion, and I was a psychotherapist for many, many years, and I was in the social workspace as well. I worked as a psychotherapist for kids in foster care. So I also worked shoulder to shoulder with social workers and helpers and teachers. And this industry already, even before coaching was expanding, these kinds of industries are getting underpaid. They're already an underpaid industry. And so when we become coaches and we're able to set our own prices, when we become coaches, yoga teachers, and business owners, where we have the ability to set our own prices, it is up to us to see this industry as high value, to see what our gifts and our transmissions and our words and our wisdom and our guidance and our skills of transformation, what that actually is worth. And if we continue to undercharge for our services, then the world is going to continue to see helpers as, optional. When right now, I want to speak to something because you might be thinking, how can I launch during a world war, during World War IV? How can I continue to do my work when so many people are suffering? And it's like, it's people like you that help the world to stay sane and to stay steady and to stay centered during a world war and world catastrophes. And it's people like you that get to stay centered and receive deeper support so that you can continue to do your work in the world in integrity. So that was a little side note, but I don't want you to stop now. The world needs your gifts and your medicine now more than ever. And it's time to actually be at the forefront of respecting our gifts, because the world will not respect our gifts if you don't respect your gifts. So your audience respects your gifts and values your gifts at the level that you do. Well, my computer is gonna die shortly. Bummer. So I'm gonna keep going with this. And if you're watching on Facebook, if we turn off, sometimes I get distracted when that happens, but maybe I can find my charger. I'll just wait because I'm on a roll. I'm channeling. So I want to talk about the first mistake that I see transformational facilitators make, big-hearted coaches, healers, and intuitives make all of the time when pricing. So let's see. What is this mistake? I have notes here. So you tend to overcomplicate business, right? This is the first mistake that I see soul-led leaders make. And let me know if you are overcomplicating your business because you think you need a funnel, you think you need, all these low cost courses, and you might even see my work. You might have gone to my webpage and seen that I have a $27 offer, an $11 offer. I'm telling you right now, I want to reveal behind the scenes, people don't just buy those offers randomly. They buy them when I launch them, when I talk about them, when I sell them. So it is just as much effort to sell a $500 course as it is to sell a $5,000 packaged up program. It is just as much effort. Honestly, it has taken just as much effort for me to sell my $11 meditation than it has to sell my $11,000 mentorship, magnum opus mentorship. And the best kinds of clients gladly have paid in full for this magnum open mentorship that I've been so honored to be able to coach and guide someone deeply than, this $11 meditation that actually took time and tools and software and all this stuff to put together. So you might not believe me, but I want you to stay open that it really truly takes the same amount of effort to sell a $97 thing as it takes to sell a $9,000 thing, to sell a $2K thing as the same effort to sell a $200 thing. And so if you're going to put this effort in, you get to create a sales page, you get to create the messaging. Every offer needs its own positioning. Every offer needs its own forethought and creation, time and space, no matter the price point. So if you're going to put in the energy and effort, you might as well put the energy and effort in creating the thing that's really on your heart to create, that's really going to make a difference in people's lives, and that's really going to be in integrity because it's what your soul has been begging for you to create. And so a packaged up program where you are intentionally putting together a system, a strategy for people, a signature process for people. This is what I help my clients to create. This is why they feel confident to sell a $9,000 package, a $6,000 package, a $2,000 package, 3,000, whatever you want to charge. I'm not here to tell you exactly what the price point is for you, but the first thing I do with my clients is take them on a journey, a meditative journey to find their soul aligned price. And once they find their soul aligned price, it's actually out of integrity to go and then hack together a $300 course because they think that that is the only thing that people are buying. It's not true. So you're actually doing a lot of mental gymnastics to, try to sell this thing that you don't even feel fully behind, because you know that your $97 thing is not going to give people the value that they actually need to transform. Nobody is transforming their whole entire lives from a $97 offer. And your skills are at that level where you are so aligned with giving someone that full, beautiful transmission, and they are then able to transform with you by their side. It's not you giving them the result. It's not you creating the transformation in their lives. They still get to do the work. They still get to show up and receive from you and then apply the wisdom into their lives. Everybody gets to do that work. No one is excused from doing their own work, but without you by their side and in their corner, coaching them, guiding them, giving them the tools, it is just going to take longer, and it's just going to be no fun, and they're going to have more hiccups, and ain't nobody got time for that. So somebody who is truly ready to invest in themselves, you just get to position yourself in front of them with the right message. So the mistake number 2 that I see soul-led leaders make all the time is that they don't know how to share a message that actually resonates with ready to invest people who are a joy to work with. So your joy to work with client is somebody who knows already that they have a certain problem or a shift they want to make in their lives. They're sick of going at it alone. And we get to share a message. We get to co-create a message together that actually lands with those people, because I have seen my clients transform just from the second month in module 2. Actually, we go through module 2 in month 1, but module 2 is all about your resonant energy, and your resonant energy is where your message comes from. So your truest message is an embodied message. So we don't want to share a message that isn't truth. So first, we raise your frequency, we raise your energy to that of a high value guide. So the message that you're sharing is naturally moving from you from a place of knowing, from the depths of your value. And then I co-create the copy for your landing pages, your content that you're writing, the content that you're sharing and speaking out into the world to help you upgrade your live video presence, because your message and the words that you're using matter. And a lot of you are saying things that don't matter to ready to invest clients, and it's going over their heads. Maybe you're using expert speech, or you're not speaking to them in a way that lets them know the value of your work. So the mistake I see, especially soul-led leaders make that have, wild talents and are doing such incredible work in the world, is they start talking about the tools. So maybe you're a great yoga teacher and you want to talk about this pose, Paschimottanasana, and I'm a yoga teacher at heart, trained for many, many years to become a yoga therapist. I didn't just teach on yoga asana. I sat at the foot of the monk and learned deep philosophy of yoga. And then when I went out to share my offers, I got really hung up on the Sanskrit terminology and the philosophy. And yes, philosophy is important to all of us. I teach you my principles and my philosophy for creating higher revenue months, which is different than many other coaches out there. And so it matters. However, if you're going out there and you're teaching Paschimottanasana, you're teaching a tool, but you're not giving people the reasoning for why they need this tool in their life and who they're going to be after they apply these tools and these wisdoms that you're ready to share, then it's not landing with them. And this is why they go and they come to your discovery calls and they're like, yeah, I don't have the money. And then you see them buy from somebody who's 10 times the price as you. And this can be really, really discouraging. It can have you thinking thoughts of like, am I good enough? Is my offer good enough? Should I just go back to the soul crushing job, go back to corporate? And it's like, all these thoughts are fine. And you can, get a second job. That's fine. I never discourage anyone from building their business with a job first so that they can hire the help, pay for their coaches, get mentorship, and really build the foundations from a place where they feel settled. I'm not talking about quit your job now and become a coach. I'm saying you can do this in a way that feels aligned and in integrity and like you're not rushing. That's great. But if you're already out here sharing your message and sharing offers and you're hitting a income plateau and you're hitting a wall and you're feeling stagnant, this is an indicator that it's time to refine your offer and upgrade your message, because there's so many people out there sharing the same cookie cutter message that they learned from their coach, that they're copying from that person over there. Not that you're copying anyone. However, it is such a different vibe when you are co-creating with someone on your own message and what you want to say, and those words being pulled from you very gently and beautifully, so that when you do a live video, so that when you write your next level piece of content, you're speaking truth into the world that has people going, yes, this is my go-to guide. This is my soul line guide. I've been waiting for you to show up in this arena, and thank you for sharing your medicine. How do we start? And this happens to me all the time. I get people coming to my discovery calls that are a little bit shy, and they're like, wow, I'm so excited to meet you. And really, like, I'm just a weird girl who like sings to herself in the shower and sings on stage. I worked really hard to get rid of stage fright. So I'm not going to diminish that right now. I don't just sing in the shower. I'm a singer-songwriter and I have sung on stages all around the world. However, I know what it's like to have this message, to have this power sitting at the back of your throat and be a little bit shaky or be a little bit wobbly around your price, around your offer, and around the message that is going to attract those joy to work with clients. I know what it's like to be on an income plateau, to be on the edge of my greatness, and have to move through the big, uncomfortable fears that come up for guides like us. Thoughts like, are people going to pay this? Like, if it's hard to sell a $100 offer, how can I sell a $3,000 offer? And so I want to address that thought right now. The reason why it's hard to sell a $100 offer is because the message that sells a $100 offer is not the message and that's going to sell the $1,000 offer. And so instead of just continuing to sell the lower cost thing because you have thoughts that are like, people don't buy this because people that buy, people that invest in themselves regularly, they're not looking for cheap. They don't expect you to be accessible. They don't expect you to be accessible. Write that down. When they come to your page or they see your content and they see who you are and what you're sharing and the transformations that your last clients made, and they see a $100 offer, they don't see that offer as transformational. They don't. Like, I wouldn't. Tell me if you would. If you came to my page and I was talking about, the success my clients have had, and you can see my testimonials page, client results page on my website at freeyourcreativity.org.
Hey there, visionary leader. If you're resonating with this message, I'd like to invite you into your next level life and business. Enrollment has begun for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my signature group container to help you design an offer so delicious, so juicy, so based on your soul gifts that you are thrilled to invite your soulmate clients inside of it. I'm going to teach you how to promote this offer with a ton of heart and to sell out this offer with ease to meet your revenue goals. I would love to have you inside if you are a visionary leader who knows that they are great at what they do. You'd like to collapse the timeline on how long it takes to reach consistent income with an offer that you truly love. Go to the link in the show notes to apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. I will be sitting with your application individually, and I will send an email to let you know if you've been accepted in a few days after application. Thank you for trusting me with your vision, and I can't wait to see what we co-create.
We're talking about the value of your work. And if you're speaking to Joy to work with clients that are ready to invest and they, hear you talking about the power of your work, and then they see a $300 offer or a low cost offer, they're just like, how is that possible? It doesn't register in their minds as transformational. So we get to understand that when we're raising our prices, it's not just for us and our bottom line and the amount of money that we can make. Yes, I want you to make beautiful amounts of money, but I know that you're here, and if you're resonating with my message, you're in it for more than the money. You're in it to be fulfilled. You're in it, and even if you're coaching, 2 people a month as you work your job, you cannot be stopped. This is a sacred calling. This is a soul's gifts. And so it must be shared. And it must be shared even one client at a time, because you are meant for this. And so the byproduct of that actually is more money, definitely. And that's great. More clients are attracted to your genuine desire to help people. And more money is the byproduct of that, and your bank account filled, and you're in overflow, and you're able to donate to causes that are near and dear to your heart. All of that is really, really beautiful. I've been there, but I know that the reason that you want to raise your price is to be able to help people at a deeper level. And it causes resentment, whether you're aware of it or not, if you're overworking for a price point that doesn't bring you an overflow. So I want to know, what are your prices right now? Don't be shy. If you are shy, you can message them to me, but I want to know, what are your prices right now and what are you desiring to charge? And I want to talk a little bit about closing that gap. So I was charging, I went from a $200 course. It was like a 4-week course, and I was teaching it all live, and I had self-paced things and entire worksheets that I created for months, like, talk about overworking. And then I just raised it the next round to like $300. But when I sold my first $1,400 package, I really felt like, wow, here we go. Like, people really do pay this. And those kinds of clients they received on a different level. And so it's for them. They're going to show up more vulnerably. People felt like they were stealing from me when I was giving the kind of lessons and coaching. This is many, many years ago. But when I was giving what I was giving for $200, people weren't receiving it. They felt like they were stealing from me. They felt like I was undercharging. And even last round, my client Khaleesi went from selling and struggling to sell a $55 offer to selling a few $5,000 packages. And by the end of our program together, she said I should raise my price as well. So it's like we get to rise together, and it's not just about putting a zero at the end of your price point. It's about really understanding the true value of your work first. And this is what we do in module 1 and 2, right in the beginning of my signature create method of the Conscious Creative Business Immersion, so that we're really elevating your confidence in what you're selling. And we're putting together in module 3 a signature pathway so that you can sell with conviction, so that you can sell, yes, I am, or say out loud, And selling is just saying. When I say selling, I mean speaking to. You're actually speaking to the process and the result and the true possibility for your potential client. So when you have a signature pathway that identifies where they are and brings them to where they want to be, and you've identified that for them, that's like really high level stuff. That's what separates you from, new coaches just starting out that probably should just be getting some clients at a low price point and building those reps and getting their confidence in coaching, to you who has intentionally designed, with me by your side, a signature pathway that's all your own that you can trademark. This is why no matter what kind of dips the coaching industry goes in, no matter how many coaches decide yesterday that they want to become a coach, you and I will thrive. You and I will always set ourselves apart because we are intentional with the design of our offerings, because we do it for the delivery. We do it for the smiles on our clients' faces when they have that aha moment, or we do it for the tears as well. Coaching isn't always rainbows and butterflies. We get a lot of tears in my program as well, of people who've been wanting to do this for years, and they finally see the value in themselves and see the value in their work, and they're able to express it in a way that lands with higher paying clients. And so they're able to attract clients that are invested and ready to do the work, and it makes our businesses feel lighter, and it makes your energy feel lighter. I would rather, and you can borrow this belief, you can borrow this concept, but I would rather have one client a month that really values my time, energy, wisdom, and the process that I put together for them, and the intentionality that I bring to my work, and my energy. I would rather have one client a month at that price point than 100 clients just trying something out with me because it's low cost. And I would rather have 5 clients in my group program. And I always have small groups so that my clients can get the attention that they deserve, and they can get me really truly in their corner. And that's not going to happen if I'm charging, 1K at this level. So you will, with me by your side, just get to decide you get to decide, but also I take you through a process, my signature soul line process for finding your soul price. We do that in call number 1. And then we get to work over the 3 months on closing the gaps in your belief that are making it hard for you to say that price out loud, closing the gaps in your messaging that are making it wobbly, that are attracting the kinds of clients that have a lot of money objections. And we get to close the gap in your energy, the energy you're putting forth, or expand your energy rather. We get to expand your energy into that of a high value guide. And that's a process. And that is the process that I created for you. So in my signature create method, it is designed to take overworked and underpaid transformational facilitators who have wild gifts of transformation, who know they want to help more people, and help you to raise your prices and craft an offering that is truly next level. So maybe you're switching your niche and you think, oh, it's a new niche. Maybe you're going from business coach to like what you really want to do. And it's a new niche and you think only business coaches can charge 6K. Well, I want to tell you that my client Tiffany, who just had a $36,000 launch last round of my program, she went from charging maybe 1K to charging $6,000, and she re-enrolled people at 6 times the price. So she re-enrolled people who already paid $1,000, who already paid a certain price, and she invited them in to the same offer at a higher price. Well, that took work on her part. That's what we coached around. That's what I guided her around, and really owning the value of her work. And she put together a signature process and launched in a way where she wasn't overworking, and she wasn't, trying to create automated funnels and just bullshit that doesn't work for big-hearted people who really want to help people at a deeper level. And she got to work and she sold this offer at 6 times the price. And she's not a business coach. That's what I wanted to say. She's a healer. She's working with the medicine wheel. She's she's just a beautiful client, and I'm so honored to have gotten to see her rise. And she's still in business today, launching her next round of her offer, and it's very beautiful. And my client Amy went from being, multi-talented, multi-creative. She had a low cost offer. She was teaching somatic, she was teaching yoga, and she was a live-in caretaker, and she was burnt out. She came to me burnt out saying, Christina, I just want to get my offers off the ground. I want to move out of this living caretaker position. Both of these women are parents, by the way. And she came into my program. Well, at first, I want to tell you the story because she said, "Hey, I can't afford this." And at first, I was like, "Okay, I like to believe people when they speak." But, with the sales skills that I've learned over the years and heart-centered sales skills and that I've invested in myself to learn, I applied them and I was like, "Hey, I just want to tell you the truth of the matter of like, it's not really the vibe to retake a course that you didn't get results from last time." So she was gonna just retake a course that she didn't get results from last time. And I encouraged her to jump into my program where she was gonna get next level sales training, learn how to launch in a way that felt stress free, and design her offer. She didn't have her offer designed yet. So we designed her offer together. She charged 6K for a somatic healing offer. And she had a $14,000 launch. And then with the one on ones that she added in after that launch, she had a $30,000 quarter from what she learned from me she moved out of the house of a living caretaker, and she moved into the forest. She moved her family. She became the breadwinner and moved her family into the forest in a beautiful home. And she's still going. This is 2 years later. She's still going, offering her offer. In that moment where she became a high value guide, I don't take that away from her. I just know her success is inevitable, but it just takes longer when we're being guided by people that don't get us, when we're being guided by people that don't understand the multidimensionality, the multi creativity power that you have. There's just a lot more snags when you're learning cookie cutter marketing techniques from a low cost course. And then you want to sell higher, but all you've invested in yourself is like, here and there and here and there. And I know you invested in yourself to get certified. I'm not talking about the investments you made in your yoga teacher training or your certification or your coaching certification. That's a different thing. And yes, that's a great place to start. But if you don't know how to share a message that lands with high paying clients that are a joy to work with, that come to your discovery calls going, your offer is the answer to my prayers, then let's go. Applications are open, doors are open for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. This is my 3-month immersive experience where I am co-creating with you. I call it a co-creation because I'm on your side. And not only are you getting weekly live support, you have all of the modules, all 6 modules of my signature create method that you get to have for a lifetime, that many of my clients return to when they want to launch again, when they want to revisit their message. They return to these lessons and worksheets, and these worksheets extract the work from you. They extract the assets that you need, but then you have me in your side, on your corner. I'm sitting on your corner of your street like, "Hey, what's up?" with a big old sign saying like, "I am the guide for you if you're ready to actually have a high paying client and do the work that you're born to do without needing to film a bunch of courses material or create a worksheet or have a webinar." I don't do any of this. Yes, I have my modules that I've recorded over time, but the first $1,400 package that I sold, I didn't have all this course material, and that wasn't what this person wanted. That person wanted a coach that could coach to see what she couldn't see. And this person went on to sell her offer at triple the price point as well. So we are rising together with that momentum and the idea of mastery. So if you're thinking the long game, now is the moment to refine an offer that you want to sell and resell and learn the art of marketing and selling that offer so that you're not changing your offers every month, so that you're not going around in circles, changing your message, changing your niche because every month you have a different offer. We're gonna co-create a high value offer with you so that you feel like you know what you're doing every day in your business. You have a content strategy by the time you leave the conscious creative business immersion that has you love showing up online, and you have the heart centered sales skills that make sales feel good, that make your sales feel good. The you receiving more money a month than you might have ever received before, that's going to feel so good to your system, but it's also going to feel really good to your client. They want to value you. They want to pay you your highest price point. They want the best of you. They want to receive from you, and they want to be in energetic alignment and an energetic, yeah, they want to be in energetic alignment. And there's this concept, this is the last thing I want to say before we close. There's this Peruvian concept called Aini, and this means reciprocation in indigenous language in the jungles of Peru. And so being in reciprocation is about being in balance. And when your people are paying low cost for the level of work and the level of training and the certifications and the investments you have already made in yourself and your self development, when they're going paying, $97 for that, $300, even $500 for that, there's a level of Aini that is mismatched. And so we want to have a harmonious relationship with our clients. We want to eliminate any resentment. We want you to be able to coach clean. We want you to be able to guide in a way that is works. And so you just get to be valued for that in a way that's going to have you showing up in the powerful creatrix and creator that you are. So that will involve you raising your price, and this is how it's in integrity. It's out of integrity to serve people at the level that you serve them and not receive at the level that the universe is nudging you towards. And I do know that just because you're getting those nudges from the universe that it's time to raise your price, it's time to go high value, it's time to expand your business and to help more people, I know that it's easier said than done. So I want you to think about, and I want you to powerfully jump in to the application form and answer the questions in the application. Because applying for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion is a journey of its own. It indicates to the universe that you're ready to go high value. Because anyone that's coming to my world, anybody that's resonating with my message, they're ready to serve their gifts at a higher level and to be highly valued for their gifts, to stop running themselves ragged and overworking for lower than what they're capable of creating in their lives. And when you are in a high value way of life and your bank account is growing, and yes, you're going to have output in your business. Yes, you might want to hire your next level coach, and creating that energy of being coached, of receiving, it brings you into an energetic match to be able to deliver at a higher level. So think about it that way. To make it really easy on yourself, ask yourself, what is that next level that I can get to? How can I feel? Who do I want to be at the end of the 3 months of my signature offer, the Conscious Creative Business Immersion? Who do you want to be? And as you're thinking that, and as you're letting that sink into your bones, I want you to apply and answer the questions. And then we're going to get on a 60-minute visionary leadership call where you're going to get the opportunity to share this vision with me. I'm going to hold space for your deepest desires and let you know what is truly possible for you. So I can't wait to see your application come in. We begin on November 8th. So don't wait, don't prolong this, because we want to get the application. I read over all your applications personally and deeply. If we're not a right fit together, then I have my clients might be more appropriate for you, but I'm not going to just take your money. I want to make sure that you are in right relationship with getting the results. And this is how my program is in integrity. I don't just help anyone. So how do you know if you are a right fit for this program? You know that you're good at what you do. You know that if you attracted 3 to 5 clients this month, that you would feel really beautiful about being able to serve them. and you would be like, yes, my dream is coming true. Okay? So if you know that you can help more people and you're ready to help more people and you're ready to be valued for that help at a in a way that has you showing up, creating more content, not feeling like you're on a content hamster wheel. You're ready to share your voice in more powerful ways, then I'm the coach for you. And I will see you in the application and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here, for trusting me, for I don't take this lightly, for letting me speak into your life. I know that you could spend your time anywhere in the world and you've chosen to spend it here with me, and that's your sign. That's your sign that it's time to go high value and apply for the Conscious Creative Business Immersion. And I can't wait to see what we co create. Bye.